I was originally trained as an emergency medicine physician, and I practiced emergency medicine for about 6 years. I found my way into integrative medicine and anti-aging medicine as a patient. After working in the ER for 6 years, I was finding myself being very run down. I felt my health was deteriorating. I was gaining weight. I just didn't feel like myself. And I found a doctor who practiced integrative medicine, and he changed my diets. He made me look at my lifestyle, and I saw the benefits of this approach in myself, and it got me very interested. Here I was a doctor, and I had never even thought of these concepts when treating myself, and it got me very interested and caused me to explore this type of medicine. I was originally trained as a DO, and the basic principles of being an osteopath is to take a very holistic approach. And what that means is you basically take a look at all aspects and all influences on a patient's health. And so I like to think of that as the core of my practice. I'd say the foundation of my practice is bioidentical hormones, but I think of it as a foundation, meaning a good place to jump off into other aspects of people's health. A lot of people find me looking for treatment because they feel they need hormones, but I use that as a topic to also address other health issues. And I tell everybody, hormones are vitally important to your health, but it's only part of your health. And I'm really big on talking about nutrition. The patients of mine that do the best are the ones who also address their nutritional needs. And so that's a big aspect of my approach to patients. I also take a look at lifestyle. And what's really exciting about this type of medicine is the patients who come see me, they're really taking control of their own health. They're looking for something else. So these are motivated patients. They're looking to take control of their own health. And so I work with them to do that, and talking about nutrition is something they can do, and we talk about that a lot. That's a big aspect of my approach. And when I approach hormones, what gets a lot of attention is testosterone, estrogen, progesterone, but there's a lot of hormone systems like the adrenal glands, the thyroid, insulin, and sugar regulation. I go into depth with in these areas with patients too, because it's so vitally important for their health. I like to focus on GI health with all of my patients because I think it's the foundation of health. Everything that comes into our body basically goes through the GI system, and so it's where our body gets its first look at what we're putting into our body. And if we're not putting in nutrients and healthy substances, it may not respond very well. And even things that we think are healthy you may have an allergic reaction, or for some reason you don't respond well to a certain type of food that other people may handle very well. So it's important to take a look at what we're putting into our system. It's also important to evaluate maybe the damage we've done to our system over time. So if you've been eating a food that you've been allergic to for many years, you get some accumulated damage from that, and I try to find out what that is and work to restore proper function.
I had a hysterectomy when I was 30, and from that I was on medication Premarin for over 20 years. And so I was having hormonal issues. Last September, I went into adrenal fatigue. The big thing though is I've had chronic pain, bone and joint muscle pain for 20 years. 24/7, I was not sleeping well, and that was the biggest thing, is I couldn't take the pain anymore. I knew I was having problems with the hormones, but the pain was more my issue. So I found Body Logic online and gave him a call, went to one of his seminars, spoke with him after the seminar, pretty much told him I'm going to be your challenge because I've had 20 years of pain and I can't take it anymore. And he looked right at me and he goes, "It's your gut." And I was like, "What? That simple? What?" So we made an appointment. I ran some tests, a few of the basic tests in the beginning. Went and saw him. Kept a food journal, very diligent in doing exactly what he said. trying to be as compliant as he told me to be. And we talked about it, and he told me I need to go gluten-free. And I was like, okay. My body was so racked with inflammation. Every test that he ran, we did the Nutri-Eval test, and he ran another one. It all came back the highest inflammation on every test. That was throughout my body. And within a week, I knew there was a difference. And right now, about a year later, I'm 90% pain-free. I've lost 35 pounds, healthier than I've ever been in my life. He's been really monitoring the bioidentical hormones and the vitamins that he's given me, the probiotics and the other vitamins he's helping me for my food to be processed correctly. So that's what I like about Body Logic. It's not just one thing. He's taking the whole picture. He's looking at your physical, your nutrition, your chemical. That's what I liked, is the whole picture is being looked at.
If you'd like to know more about my practice, you could go to bodylogicmd.com and you could search under the physician locations. I'm in Illinois, and you'll find me there and find more information on me and how to contact me.